Good morning and welcome to more Breath of Fire 4, where we actually get to play as Fou-Lu in a dungeon. That's new. Looks like there's a treasure chest over this way that we can get. I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't be opening any treasure chests as Fou-Lu, because I get the feeling that anything I get as Fou-Lu is stuff that I'm just preventing Ryu from getting. Oh, he does have a new item that he can drop that I haven't gotten before. Not that that matters for Fou-Lu. Like, why am I bothering? Alright, let's keep going here. Is this literally going to just drop me directly at the end of this place? Did I end an episode? Oh, okay, I didn't. I was gonna say, did I end an episode right before I got to the end of it? End of the dungeon again, as I tend to do. Okay, so you drop loins and protein. Well, I'm not that concerned. Yeah, you have 0 HP. Not a problem. Oh, and he gave me the loins as well. Cool. I do wonder if eventually all of Fou-Lu's inventory will get merged with Ryu's at some point. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, buddy. Thou art the one that claimeth to be a god? Me, god. Who you, tiny man? Thou art not a god. Thou art a mere shadow, something that hath drunk of the dregs of power of gods, and believe that doing so maketh you a god yourself. Thou hast been affected by our and others' power. That is all. Me not understand, puny man. Puny man talk funny. Does puny man think me stupid? Perhaps. Perhaps the world needeth not gods. What sayest thou? Puny man not making sense. Me not understand, puny man. Me kill puny man. Okay. Well, we've got a god versus puny man. We got Marl, a sentient rock which can animate other rocks. Well, let's see if we can steal from it. Stole a wisdom fruit. Cool. Play stealing from bosses seems to work pretty well. Summon kin. Claude and Belwood. Alright. One of Marl's servants which attacks his enemies. One of Marl's servants which heals damage and uses assist magic. Okay. This is giving me real Breath of Fire 2 vibes. There's a point where you are getting the owl fruit in Breath of Fire 2. And this is very similar in the way that boss fight worked so far. Which is a little alarming, honestly. We're going to be a dragon. We're going to be a dragon because I can see this going very poorly very quickly. Do I have any multi-hit? Do I have any multi-target attacks? I don't know if breath hits multiple opponents. That's a lot better damage. Alright. And he can use Rock of Blast. Doesn't do a heck of a lot, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. Okay, the breath does hit multiple opponents. Good to know. We've seen this pretty recently, so I'm gonna skip it as soon as I can, as soon as the game will let me. There we go. Yeah, okay. So it does split up the hits among the opponents, but it does allow you to hit multiple opponents. Cool. Yeah, let's use a Frost Strike. Why not? I'm not sure if that was just resisted or if it just doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, and he summons the same two people back. Okay. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of a boss fight in Breath of Fire 2, which is very difficult for the level at which it happens. If you are interested, by the way, I did do a full playthrough of Breath of Fire 2. That's kind of the point of why I'm playing this game now, is I'm playing through all of them. So you can go check that out if you want more Breath of Fire action. Alright, so he's going to raise his attack. I'm going to try just a regular attack on this guy. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Frost Punch wasn't doing a whole heck of a lot more than my regular attack, which I guess is fair. Well, we'll continue using another breath here. Every time I take damage, the amount of damage that breath does decreases slightly, because it's based on your HP and defense. But, you know, it's still pretty good. And it looks like even with the attacks being spread out, it is doing almost as much damage to this guy as my regular attack, which means I should probably just keep using breath, because that seems to be the most effective thing on this guy. Because this way, it won't split up the attack. My regular attack was doing about 800 twice, and that breath did 800 and 700. And this way, yeah, that's way more effective. So yeah, we'll just keep using breath on this guy because it seems to be the most effective thing that I can use on him. Yeah, we'll just keep using my eraser gun. A little bit of a not the most exciting way to deal with a boss, you know, using varied attacks and whatnot, but Fou-Lu also fights by himself, so there's not a whole lot of option here. You kind of just have to do what you can. Alright, and we are almost at half of our HP. We could snooze. But I don't see much of a reason to do that. So we'll just go ahead and use an eraser again. It's still doing more damage than my regular attack. And Frost Punch didn't seem to be doing any more damage than my regular attack either. Yep, there we go. That's a lot of XP. To be fair, I guess we did just kill a self-proclaimed god. Okay. We got 3 magic shards and 3 life shards. A super vitamin and a wisdom seed. I'm really, really hoping that at some point all of these items will get transferred into Ryu's, the main party's inventory. The endless are summoned to this sphere. This changeth the very balance of nature that herself. Flooding the world with energies both dangerous and powerful, and doth cause these beings easily influenced by it to think themselves as gods. What then do mortals thinketh? I don't know, man. Seems pretty heavy. I mean, to be fair, you didn't ask to be part of this world. You were living your life, supposedly, anyway, in your own little world, and then just got thrust into this one. Well, let's take out a black goo. Weird to me that we're going to be still fighting Flu-Goos this far into the game. I was going to say, I was kind of hoping he won't counterattack there, and I'm just going to snooze. Take a rest, buddy. Oh! And because of his amulet, he does not go to sleep. Because he's immune to status effects. Because of his Dragon's Eye accessory. Okay, so Snooze is honestly free to use. It won't put him to sleep, and I can just restore with it. That's really cool, actually. Well, let's go ahead and use one more Snooze here. At this point, I'm just kind of topping myself off, because, I mean, these guys can barely damage me, and I could just counterattack them at any time to end the battle. Even with just using Snooze to get all my stuff back. Yeah, there we go. We good. In fact, if I really want to do this, I can use the Royal Sword's Drain to just probably kill this guy. But it didn't work. Alright, fine. I should probably just actually hit him. Yeah, I'm really glad I got Rest on Ryu, because that's the only non-item method of healing I have for Fou-Lu right now. And it's very good healing, but it does have the side effect of putting you to sleep, which doesn't matter for Fou-Lu, because Fou-Lu can't be put to sleep because of his equipment. So yeah, that's just really good. Kind of weird that they're making me actually get all the way out of here. Didn't expect that. But, I mean, I've already pretty much gotten everything I want out of here. Every opponent here is a one-shot with my regular attack, so it's not going to be that big of an issue to really just get out. So we'll just run across. I like his little teleport instead of jumping. Honestly, I'm kind of amazed he doesn't fly like Magus from Chrono Trigger for his run. Just hover and zoom. That seems very on brand for this guy. Although I guess he doesn't really fly, he just teleports. He only flies when he's a dragon. Dark Draught. Okay, so, or Drought? I don't know. So that's the other item they can drop. Noted. Well, I don't know what that does. I guess I could look at it. Yeah, we got loins, which is the best meat you can get from hunting. I'm pretty sure. Super Vitamin, which I think is the best, one of the best, just healing items. Raises dodge 2-hit and other stats. Effects last until next rest. Wow. Okay, that is very, very good. All right, noted. Noted. That's great. We want those. Law Void. Fire attacks make them stronger, increasing their experience value. Or I can just hit you. Well, I guess technically I do have a fire attack. I can burn you. So that heals him a little bit. And supposedly has increased his experience value. Oh, now he's healing himself. Interesting. Well, let's hit him again. Because I'll still do more damage than he's healing. He'll use a Fire Blast on me. It's probably not worth it doing this kind of stuff with Fou-Lu, but like... Oh, actually, I don't think I am doing more damage to him. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I actually am doing enough damage to take this guy out effectively. But you know who would? This feels like a complete and utter waste, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, noted. If you're playing along at home, don't try and increase this guy, because it's a total waste of time. But, oh well. Because he definitely he actually out-heals your attack after you use fire on him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's back at full HP at this point. Alright, let's try a Frost Strike. He's probably weak to water. Yeah, there we go. Had to waste a lot of XP, or a lot of AP to do that. Oh yeah, that absolutely was not worth it. Not worth it as Fou-Lu, probably worth it as Ryu, when I'm assuming Ryu eventually has to come here. Because there's things that can't be broken. Sup, guys? I killed your god. What? You? What did you do? What do you think you're... What do you do to the god of the mountain? I killed it. Normal folks don't be going around doing stuff like that. Who are you? No, what are you? I am a god. A real god, unlike the rock thing you had there. Alright, well, I guess... Oh. Hello, everyone. I thought you'd show up if we were to call you here, and Urshan, or I guess Deus, is now in her full form rather than in her medium. Interesting. You're the dragons that watch over this world, right? Indeed, young dragon. Thou hath already met us. I am Pyongrong, Puong Ryong, the Wind Dragon. As you probably already know, I called you here so we could talk about Ryu here. Ah yes, the Yurei Dragon, whose role is not yet set. As you know, Ryu is incomplete. I'd like you to share your power with him. If he is able to gain the powers of the ancient dragons, then maybe Ryu can become whole. Whilst we do not seek to... fail in thine endeavors, Deus, know this. Thou art without form of thine own. As thou art, the other half of the Yurei Dragon be the first emperor of the Fu Empire, Fou-Lu. Already he hath awakened. Ryu shall become complete. By joining with Fou-Lu, he shall do so. This destiny he cannot escape. What do you mean he can't escape it? We don't want him to join with his other half. That is why we called you, to help prevent that from happening. This might be a stupid question, but why do you want to prevent Ryu from meeting the Emperor? Is it really that bad? Listen, dear. You remember what the Abbess in Czech told you about the pillars of light and all that, right? Think about it for a second. Here we've got Ryu, just born fresh out of the gate. On the other hand, we've got Fou-Lu, who built the Empire and has been alive for centuries. Whose light do you think is bigger, is stronger? You mean if they merge, Ryu will be swallowed up by Fou-Lu and disappear? Hear us, Deus. We who watcheth over this sphere must ever strive to maintain a position of neutrality. It matters not which becometh a god, does it not? It matters a lot to me. Once it becomes a full god, I need Ryu to send me back where I came from. Thou wouldst use a god's power for thine own benefit? And how are the people in this world any different? They yank us from our worlds and make us into their gods. They make us work for their benefit. Are you trying to tell me I should stay like this, in this borrowed body forever? She's got a point. Hey, I want to talk to you. Not just anyone can pacify the mountain, oh, the god of the mountain. Man, switching between all the thys and downs and thuses of dragons and then going to the yokel speak here is really, really difficult. Who are you? What are you doing here? Mammy says you're her cousin that's been guarding and killing. But I bet that ain't true now, is it? Now, don't you worry your head over little things like that. We should just be glad that the mountain's quieted down, right? Ryong, you must be tired. Go home and rest a spell now, okay? I don't wanna. You stopped the mountain. Well, now that's pretty impressive. How'd you do it? Turned into a dragon. Looks like the mountain's gone quiet again. Do you something to do with it? Yes, and I'm going to leave your village. Well, now that things have quieted down, I guess I should pick up my cart. Oh, well, I guess that's what's been stopping me from just leaving the village. What's all the ruckus about? Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry your little head about it. All right. Let's get the move on here. I am very much ready to be done recording today, and I have not been able to save. I mean, I could save literally in this house, but like, I want to wrap up the story beat. Methinks it not be wise that we persist in this relationship. Ryong, don't let what the landlord said bother ye. All the folks in the village are thankful for you, what you did, and so am I. Look, if he could just live as a mortal, he probably would have done so a long time ago. But he's not really given the opportunity. I should save. It's been a while since I saved. I'm not going to end the episode, but I should save. Alright, yeah, we'll save here. I do still want to get back into the... try and get those items that I missed in the, Oh, well, now everyone's left. Yeah, had a feeling. He be this way, sirrah. 'Twould appear I must need fight mine way out. Nay, mayhaps I can still escape unnoticed by yon soldiers. Indeed. I bet I can use the hole. See, there's a hole. Is this really not? We're not going to use that? It's been built up as something that I should be able to use for a while now. Alright, well, Oh. I bet I go through the house and then out through the hole. Okay. What is this? What matter is this village to me? Why dothst I hesitate? My path be clear. Defeat yon troops, and make mine way to Cheetah. And yet... So this is where you've been hiding him, eh? Hiding? We didn't know he was wanted. I told the folks in the village to get anything that could be used as a weapon. We'll help you capture him, alright? Mammy? Thou wouldst do such a thing? Thou wouldst protect me, hinder their attempts to encage me. Thou wast taking a great risk. What whilst thy fellows think of thee? I knew as soon as I saw you that there was something different about you. And I thought maybe, if you hid out here with me, you might be able to live a normal life with me. Nothing normal happens with him. I know it's silly, it cannot be, but I wish so hard it would. Forgive me, I never should have made you stay here. Mammy, what are you doing? Open the door. The oven wall be broken. You can crawl outside and to get out. You can crawl through it to get outside. When you're outside, go to the shrine in the woods. Be careful they don't see you. There should be a road in the shrine that you can use. Go while you still can. Or, who'd have thunk that the cracked wall would come in handy like this? Or I could stop them from probably killing you. Crack in the oven wall isn't very large, but you can probably fit through. They're gonna kill you. You're gonna get used as a hex cannon. Fou-Lu's strong enough. You don't need to sacrifice yourself at all for him. He's a very strong boy. There was only this woman inside. You were hiding Fou-Lu, weren't you? Did you live with him? Take her back to Astana. We may be able to use her in the Caronade. Yep, she's gonna get used as a hex cannon. Fucking knew it. Thou sayest thou shalt return to thine own world, Deus. Thou sayest as though thou knowest not our way. Once we hath served our purpose, once our time as gods hath passed, we become as ye see us now, dragons. And thus do we watch over the world. 'Tis our fate, and thine. Fate? You keep using that word. Is that all you can talk about? Look, are you going to help us or not? In case you've forgotten, unlike you, neither I or Ryu are complete. I, for one, have no intention of turning into some ugly dragon and spending the rest of my days watching over this stupid planet. Verily, thou art imperfect. It be both in our nature and power and nature to succor thee. However, the Yurei dragon, Ryu, will meet with his other half, Fou-Lu. That destiny cannot be avoided. Before that destiny be fulfilled, seek thee our true selves, that thee might gain our power. Where can we find you all? Once before we have met in the barren sands. I regret any harm I may have caused thee then. We live throughout thine world. Seek us out that thee might have our strength. When Ryu joins his other half, mayhaps our strength will be of use. Just tell me one thing. When you were all brought here, didn't any of you think about trying to get back home? One cannot swim against the river of fate, Deus. Come what may with Ryu, we shall watch over this world, watch over the fate of this world. Yeah, I've already met the Wind Dragon. In person. I've also already met the Mud Dragon, but I never really spoke to them. You are now able to draw upon the Wind Dragon's power. Learned Rainstorm. Interesting. Fate, huh? Make it sound like they wanted to be here. Deus, why do you want to return where you came from so strongly? Is it because you don't like it here? What about you, Ryu? Of course I want to get out of here. Think about it, little birdie. What would you do if you were suddenly pulled into some world you've never even heard of and asked to become their god? I think I'd do my best to help the people of that world. Oh, brother. Anyway, our priority now is to get Ryu strong enough so he has a chance against Fou-Lu. We gotta find the other dragons to get him to help. Okay. Fair enough. You know what would really help? If I had my little robot buddy helping me out again. Alright, well, this episode has gone very long, but I want to figure out how I get the treasures. That guy right there. I want to figure out how I get these treasures. So, I'm going to work on that. And see you guys. Well, I'm going to figure that out. And I think maybe I have an idea. But I'm going to skip ahead until I, get that figured out because this episode's gone on way too long. I'll also let you know if I get, like, the gun from these guys. But we did get Rainstorm, which is a breath attack. It is a holy damage, and it changes with... Damage changes with enemies' HP? Interesting. I can also use Meditate, which still just gives me Aura. Huh, but I do finally have a breath attack. Neat. Alright, cool. You know what? Yeah, let's just use it. Let's just see it. Why not? We'll have Cray attack this guy. We won't do Pilfer this round. Let's just see what the breath attack looks like, because I'm curious. Oh, hey, buddy. Well, aren't you big? All right. Oh god, he's crying on them. The attack is his tears. Well, that was neat. Okay, cool. Well, that being said, like I said before, I'm going to figure out how to get these things. If anything cool happens in the meantime, I'll let you know, but I'm just going to figure out how I get these items. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Maybe No, I can't jump there. Oh, I see. I need to raise the platforms, jump onto that platform right there, and then let it lower down. That's what I need to do. Duh. Okay. Well, now I figured it out. Now I just have to actually do it. Oh, and another thing to note, I can no longer use Rainstorm. So, Rainstorm is one of the... I believe the way this works is I have to rest at an inn in order to use Rainstorm again. So, essentially that was a summon for the dragon. And in order to restock that, I now have to rest at an inn. Okay, inns are now actually useful in the game again. Oh, okay, we got the gun. It just dropped for us, the multi-gun. All right, cool. So that's pretty rad. I think at this point then... Oh no, there's still the Protobot. We haven't actually encountered an additional Protobot. But I think that's the only enemy left that we could potentially be getting new items from in this dungeon. So I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Otherwise, I'm just going to be, well, blitzing through these guys. Well, there's death magic. That looks interesting. Okay, thankfully it did not work, though. Whew, okay. That was scary. Please don't ever do that again. Okay. So now what I need to do is just wait on this pillar for the time to run out. And I should just drop down. Yeah, the other pillar does not drop down far, or drops down too far. But this one drops down just enough that we can wrap around. And yeah, we can, I believe, go under here. Yeah, we can go under here. Oh, well, there's a treasure chest on either side. That's what I was getting stuck on. So we get a couple magic shards. Those are always good. And we get a soul ring. Okay. What does the soul ring do? Isn't that the thing that causes you to... No, that's a soul gem. Okay. What does a soul ring do? Increases wearer's concentration points by 50%. I think that might be a good thing to have on you. Oh, that really reduces her defense. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. So now she has 7 concentration. Honestly, probably not worth it, actually, but whatever. Alright, cool. Well, that was the last of the treasure in here. I want to get out of this dungeon. So I'm gonna skip ahead until I have done that. Unless I encounter another... what is my brain thinking? Unless I encounter another Protobot. Because I do kind of want to steal from those. Cray finally hit level 20, and that's a really good stat increase. No concentration on this boy, but that's unfortunately kind of to be expected. And we did get an Aurum, so that's cool too. And here's Sias to level 20. Really good level there. Got some good HP. That defense and power is going up very nicely with his master. I'm really happy about that. Agility's doing pretty solid. Wisdom's also pretty solid as well. So all in all, really liking Sias. Well, I got out and someone is apparently knocking on Urshan's head. Oh, I had forgotten. Urshan is no longer inside me. Oh, thank goodness you're awake. The Imperial Army's here. Great. I just want to save, man. They told me this was the village where the secret of summoning the dragons was kept. You are way outside of the Empire. I came all the way out here to see for myself. Yeah, you are in Alliance territory. You are way outside of your jurisdiction. What do I find? A deserted village. Our sources told us the Yurei dragon would be here. Your sources are probably that creepy prime minister or whatever it is. They must have come looking here for Ryu. I wouldn't be surprised if they're after who was with him as well, including you. I had the village evacuated a while ago. They're safe. Come on, we should get out of here before they find us. It would appear we have a problem. Well, okay, we get to play as Urshan, who no longer has a dais inside of them anymore. Okay, well, that's interesting. Yeah, does not use... Huh, okay. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna save. Because I think we're good. I think we're good. So I will see you guys in our next episode of Breath of Fire, where I guess we're running from the Empire again.